Market sells off hard today. Is it was it an opportunity or is it time for you to panic? So today we're going to cover that. We're going to go over everything. You can see gold is hitting all-time high, silver is hitting all-time high, and the market really, really is hurting today. I know a lot of you guys are having a tough time today, but guess what, guys? Context matters, and we're about to get into it right now. All right, guys. Well, guys, it's another day. It's another review video. We're going to hit to recap the market. If you got caught in this sell-off today, I just want to say I'm sorry, man. I know it's not easy. I have been warning you guys that something, a big move like that was expected to happen. But when things like that happen, for all everything I've been saying to you guys, this is the question, right? This is a fundamental question. For all the warning signs we've been talking about over the past couple of days when I do those reviews, it's were you getting prepared or were you get caught did you get caught off guard? Are you ready to take advantage of this opportunity? Is it even an opportunity? All right. So that's the context we're going to go over today to see exactly what the market is doing and where we are, where we might go, looking at the possibilities. As you guys are well aware, here in this community, in this live, we don't deal with emotions. We don't do it just pure biases. We go by what the chart is telling us. Our feelings does not matter. We feel like we would like to have green days every day, but that's not what's gonna happen. So what we do, we rely on the charts. It's pure charts, pure technical analysis. This is what we do here. This is why when days like that happen, we are ready for them when they happen. We don't get caught off guard because why? We are speaking, we understand the language of the stock market, and that is candlestick charts. Candlestick charts, the candlestick charts we review every single day. This is what the market, how the market is letting us know. This is what might happen, right? We deal with probabilities here. Again, we look at the chart and we sort of like analyze what exactly might happen, moving forward, what exactly might happen tomorrow, like things like that, right? So that's the beauty of learning candlestick pattern. And I have one more gift for you guys at the end of this video. I'm going to give you guys one of my top plays for the next couple of days. Again, these are not long plays. I'm just going to look at these things. Again, none of that stuff is an exact science. It's not 100%. We're playing the probability game, and I'm going to show you guys why I think that specific stock can really, really gives you a good week today. A good trade this week. All right, let's give you guys a couple of minutes here. I know a lot of you guys do come in the live a little late. I gotta set up I have to set up our stuff here. Make sure like whenever you guys come in, for those of you guys who likes to engage with the channel, I have to be able to see the chart. So let me get my chart up and running. So I'm here with all of you guys. All right. So what we're going to start with right off the bat, we're going to go with the SPY. We review all these stocks here. You guys know that. We like to review every single thing, but we like to start with the SPY and see what exactly happened. The SPY, that's the S&P 500, all right? SPY is sort of like short for the S&P 500, so we say the S&P 500, but that is actually the SPY. Okay, let's see here. So we can see we had a crazy drop here. Uh, so we're trying. Let me see here. Okay. I had someone tell me they cannot see comments. Why can't anyone see comments? This is interesting. Just bear with me. Just bear with me 1 second, guys. 1 second. This again. This is this is the beauty of doing this live. All right. When we're doing these lives, sometimes we have things like that happen when we're doing lives. Okay, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but comments are not showing up. If comments are not showing up for you guys, I apologize. But I don't want to take too much. We have so much to cover that I don't want to take too much time from you guys, because we have so much to cover here. But it seems like comments are disabled. This is why one of the messages I've received. I received a text message saying people cannot see the comments. If you are here, make sure to smash the like button for me. Again, as usual, most of you guys that watch those videos are not subscribed to the channel. I would appreciate you guys to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that way when we do those videos, or when I go live or when I drop videos, you don't miss those things. You never know when some gems coming out. All right. So looking at the spy here right now. Remember a couple of days ago, we actually had that wedge pattern, and I said, "Hey, you know what, guys? We are squeezing here. A move is going to happen, but from where we are, again, context matters, right? From where we are, these are the levels that I gave you guys, right? Remember those levels from yesterday? Yesterday, I said, okay, this is our support level for now. Let's see if that holds. If this go give out, the next support level we're looking at was around right at this level. That's the truth. There's one here. You can say there's a minor support level here, unless someone wants to draw that since it's not a big gap. If you want to draw the entire thing almost as a zone, I believe on the way up I actually had this level as a zone, right? So we're right on top of the zone right now. That's where we came. So this is the level. That level need to hold. If that level does not hold, this would be our next way. All right, next major level, because we do have another level right here, right? We have another minor level here and then a major level, right? If we lose this level, this is structure, right? There's some support, there's some minor support, minor resistance, and then you have structural level. All right. So as of right now, we haven't broken any structure, and again, even that, what I always tell you guys, even when things look like this, we had this big drop down. This has not been confirmed yet. This is not a downtrend. This has not been confirmed. Although this went down so far, I mean, I don't even know how you've been waiting for confirmation. Typically, you would wait for you would get a candle that would close right around this level, all right, like maybe like right there, and then you look for confirmation right below it, like right here. But we didn't have that. One thing we have noticed the market has done over the past few weeks, you can see that those those red days are heavy. They are violent, and they don't wait for anybody. Now, I was fortunate enough, as I've been telling you guys, I was open with you guys, letting you guys know, hey, I bought some puts. I hedged my portfolio. So, of course, that's not going to cover everything, but my portfolio barely had a dent today. And the reason why my portfolio barely had a dent today is because I have been reading the charts. And therefore, I adjust my portfolio, my holdings accordingly. So when that happens, even though it's a red day, things are down and whatever and this and that, but you know what? You are somewhat protected. This is what it's all about. So at certain point, you have to understand when you're trading, right? Even investing, you have to understand certain points the market gets to where you have to become more defensive. Where it's like, okay, now I need to protect my gains, I need to protect my account, I'm protecting capital. This is not about making the most I can for this little period, right? All-time highs, showing market showing weakness, a lot of headwinds, things like that, whether it's tariffs, geopolitical issues, and all kinds of stuff are going on. So and you have gold warning crazy. You have all type of precious metals are going high. Those are all warning signs where the market is letting you know, hey, money is going somewhere else. It's not going into equities. It's going into safe havens, right? The big money is going to safe havens, meaning they want to get out of the way. Then when everything drop, you're going to see those guys piling. Okay, now with that big drop we just had today, are they ready to go back in? I don't know yet. I would say as of right now, I think they might wait. If I'm looking at the chart, and again, I'll let you guys know why I think tomorrow. See, as we had this crazy red day today, I think tomorrow we at the very least we open up. All right, this is where I'm leaning. Now, why am I leaning that way? All right, um, I'll go and show you guys real quick why I'm leaning that way. Remember when we talk about that a few times? I talked to you guys, and I'll let you guys know the VIX. If you look at the VIX, or if you go to the UVXY, okay, that was up today 16%. So I've been telling you guys I hedge by buying the VIX. That was when it was here. I said the VIX is super low. All right, I keep telling you guys that like it is super low. Let's even go with that. That's the one since that's the one we reviewed. We'll do that. I said, hey, I've been saying this in here. I say, hey man, this is super low. This is a good time to get some and hedge your portfolio, right? If you did, you would have gotten this at 13, and as of right now, you could have gotten out today if you wanted to at 20. All right, even here, I was letting you guys know, hey, we are seeing the warning signs. All right. Um, so just going back to the SPY, let's see exactly how this played out today. So what we're looking at right now on the SPY, you guys can see it. So we got down. This was our wedge. You guys can see that wedge pattern. Let me remove that level. That was our wedge pattern. That wedge pattern is done and completed and broken. Okay, so we actually got way down. We tried to pull up, we couldn't, and we actually dropped down right to that support level. So right now it seems like we have found some sort of support. So if we let me zoom in a little bit more to dig in to show you guys, you can see we are finding a bit of a support level. Um, at the same time, again, what we're looking at, it could be considered as of now. This can be considered as what? A bear flag, right? This could be considered as a bear flag as of right now. But if we look at, let's take a look at the MACD. Let's see how we're doing with the MACD. Uh-oh, let's change that. Here's the bit of good news that you have. Part of the reasons I think we might be going up tomorrow, right? Besides the VIX being down 16%. Oh, that's the part I wanted to let you guys know. When the VIX is down more than 10%, that means for the next two trading sessions, we have about an 85% chance of having a bounce back. And then today, the sell-off was so violent today. So if you have a green day tomorrow, don't be surprised. One thing I would say, I want to say that straight to you guys. If for whatever reason you're having a green day tomorrow, this is what I cannot tell you guys what to do. So let me just put it this way. I am not going to be greedy. If I see something, I see green, I'm taking it and I'm wanting for the hills. All right. This market is very volatile. If you see that, if you guys saw what happened today. Early in the morning, I mean, if I go back, let's go right back to the SPY. This is what you could see. This is how they trap you, right? Very early in the morning, it looks like we were going to uh, push back up, but no, we did not. We actually completely sold off. All right. But as for tomorrow, as of right now, I'm seeing a bullish divergence being formed. But this is why you have to be careful. That's why I'm giving you guys both sides. We are negative. The MACD is negative. That's the 30 minutes, but the MACD is negative. If we go in the 2 hour time frame, the 2 hours actually show that's showing a little bit of you guys could see that here. Hold on, let me see if I still cannot get if I'm still unable to see any messages here because I wanna ask you guys about a few things. Okay, let me take a look and see. Okay, I see why. I see why, folks. I checked. It's unfortunate. I actually checked this, and one thing that I noticed, when the live was set up, the live was not set up as not for kids, so it was set up as if the live was for kids. So therefore, it seems like that automatically turns off my my comment section automatically. That was a mistake on my part. My apologies, guys. So I know you guys cannot do that. What needs to be done? I wanted to ask you guys a question. So there's two different patterns being showing up right now. So right now we have this big red candle. So right now this is a downtrend on the 4 hours until we have at least closed above, we trace above, I would say at least 50% of that candle. Unless we've done that, this is still a downtrend. So we have a bear flag being done in the 4 hours. That's the macro, right? That's the macro. We have a bear flag. If we want to look at it on a micro level, you could say what we are doing here is more of a morning star, right there, right? You could go with that. Bearish candle, more like it's not a doji, it's a hammer, but it still was still low, and this closed higher, right? That a morning star is a three candle pattern, so we can see that here. But at the same time, we cannot forget about this. All right. I'll give you guys one little nugget. All right. I'll give you guys a free little nugget right now. This is what I would do. That's the Fibonacci retracement. So right in this zone, right, this is a zone you have to watch out for tomorrow. When we come right to that level tomorrow, are we able to go through it? Or is it more of a, we're going to test that level and then make the second leg down? All right. So there you go. Mark those levels on your chart or write them down somewhere. Have them. Take a screenshot or whatever it is and mark those on your chart and just take a look at them tomorrow and see how it plays out. If whether it might just unless we completely gap up, it might just do that. If we open below that level, what I would look to see is see how it reacts here. Can we go through it like butter, just cut through, or is that going to be a hit and pull back down? And just like also if we gap above this level, do we come down to test it and push right back up, or do we fall down? So this is a key area, right? Key area of interest, right there. So when you get to that area, make sure you looking at your chart and see how the market reacts when we get to that area. That's the 2 hours. You can see it on the 4 hours here. The levels I'm giving you guys right now is 680. That's the gap. That's the gap I'm putting. It's 680 to, let's say, 680 to 681.50. Watch that level. Okay. And then on top of that, tomorrow, make sure you mark again, once again, this is what we're going to do every single day. Mark the high of today and the low of today. So you have that. If we open inside of this range, right? If we open right in here, let me remove that. If we open right in here, we don't gap below or don't gap way above, make sure to be on the lookout for that. A test of the low to push back up, right? Or a test of the high to push back down. You guys remember how we did all of that every single day? We keep testing one of those levels every day. All right. So there's nothing new here. This is going to be the exact same thing. All right. The market does not repeat itself, but it sure does rhyme. That's how the saying goes, and it is absolutely true. Okay, let's see. Then we're going to let's review the Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq is the biggest problem for me. All right, I have major issue with what the Nasdaq did today. As you guys can see, the Nasdaq was not even that in that much of a squeeze, but it was at resistance level. Okay, so you guys can see this here. Um, Let me make sure I can mark those properly. Not what I'm looking for right now. There you go. There you go. We have one, and we have a second hit, and we have a third area, right? I mean, I guess you can consider all of this as rejection. So this is a three-level rejection we just had here. And right now, as we breaking down, look at that breakdown we having. As we broke down, we actually broke the trend line. And the trend line, this is a very strong trend line that we just broke right now. All right. So are we going to gap above that and reclaim the trend line, or are we going to confirm the move? Again, confirming the move. What do I mean by confirming the move? Confirming the move means we would need a candle to close below this level. This is not yet a confirmed move. That move is not yet confirmed. Although the signs are bad. All right, there's a lot of bad signs right now. I trust me. I'm a very optimistic person when it, especially when it comes to the stock market. But as of right now, I don't see any good news. But just because we don't see good news right now does not mean we automatically say we're going down. All right. Now, why is that? Why am I not saying that? It comes back to our saying for the year. It comes right back to POP. And for those of you who do not know, POP is process over profit. My process, my trading process dictates, and my plan dictates if I have a breakout of a strong support level, right, or a strong trend line, I need confirmation. I need acceptance or continuation. Whatever way you, there's a lot of different lingo. You might hear some people say acceptance. Some people might refer to it as confirmation. Some people might refer to it as continuation. It's all the exact same thing. But just to sum it up, you need to see the candle tomorrow must close below this candle. If it close above it, that's not a confirmed breakdown. All right, that is not a confirmed breakdown. We have seen that movie before. We even had a candle. We even had this candle that was this crazy, right? And then the next day, we actually gapped up and did that. What did we do right after that? You can see that. So that means I don't have to try to explain to you why and this and that, but you can see it. So we have that example right here. This candle came right there, bounced right back. Now let's take even a better look at that. This big candle broke that support level, just like this one broke that support level, that trend line. Support and trend line was broken, right? Look at what happened. Even though it had a wick that actually went below this candle, but we need a close below that level. When it did not close below, remember that time, guys, way back in November, I told you guys I bought. I wasn't crazy for buying. I did because I said, hey, this is not confirmed. And then look at that move we made right after that. All right, look at that. That's the move. All right. Why did I do that? It's not because I was gambling, but it's just because probability and POP, my process, my process dictates we did not confirm that move. And the probability was on the side of the market going up, and there was nice room for an upside. And if the following day we actually broke down and closed below that level the following day, I would have just gotten out. So to me, the risk reward ratio was worth it. So this is why I did that. All right. So we're getting to about 9:25. So we have a little We don't have that much time left. I may actually go a little long with this. Um, so I want to go into the one stock I wanted to give you guys. That's the one stock I'm looking at right now. That's RKLB, and so see, that's too bad. I already have that on there. Okay, so this is a stock I've been trading for a while. So I was able to cut a lot of this move. Unfortunately, your boy did not get any of that move. And I had the level planned for it. It came to that level, and I did not pull the trigger on it, so I did not actually benefit from it. But you know what? There are other ways to benefit on things like that. Okay, so what exactly am I looking at? I'm looking at a put on RKLB. Why am I looking at a put on RKLB? This is why. You do the upward trend line, you can see sell off coming. As a matter of fact, I should have been in sensing here to be honest, because I can see weakness. But this really sort of like confirmed that for us. We have a possible pullback. We have two levels, right? I would say we have where that bull flag was made, which is 82. So that's about a 6 point move. Then we have the next level, which would be 71. And if we break that level, we're going way down to 54. All right, this is what we're looking at. That's what I'm looking at. Again, if you don't know how to buy puts and whatever, that's okay. Don't do anything. As a matter of fact, I need to once again let you guys know nothing I say here is for any suggestions for you to buy, hold, or sell. I'm just showing you guys what I will be doing. I'm actually hoping tomorrow that thing bounce a little bit tomorrow, so that way it can go and retest that level to give me a better entry opportunity. That's what I'm going to look at. But if you go into trade, make sure you do your own research. Make sure you double check this. This is me just breaking down what and letting you guys know what I'm looking to do. And if you don't know what you're doing, make sure to contact a financial advisor or something like that. Because remember, trading is risky. You may lose capital. That includes loss of capital with trading. So trade at your own risk and make sure you do your own homework. But I am here to let you guys know what the market is telling me and what I'm doing in the market. All right. Um, just like yesterday, let's take a look at Bitcoin and see what we're doing with Bitcoin. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Whew. Guys, I'm sure you guys can remember that trend line we had. This is what's holding us right now. This is all that's holding us right now with Bitcoin. It's just that we need this trend line to hold, because if that trend line cannot hold, we're going to break down. All right, because right now Bitcoin is at critical level. So as you guys are trading, those of you who hold Bitcoin, obviously you're going to hold for a long time. But for those of you who hold Bitcoin, I think if you in at the top, do you sell? That's tough because I know there's a lot of pain. But Bitcoin, if you use it as an investment, me what I would like to do at those levels, I don't want to, because it came down so violently and so hard at that level. I don't want to buy anything from Bitcoin right now. I'm just going to sit on the sideline and just keep what I have. I'm not doing anything. I'm not taking any action on Bitcoin right now. If we go take we talk about the 10-year yield. Remember when I was here, I told you guys, hey, this level says breakout, and if the 10-year yield actually breaks out, that's bad news for the stock market. I've been telling you guys all these things. Like, hey, if that, this have not been confirmed yet, but hey, if we have a breakout in the 10-year yield, the stock market is going to experience, a big sell-off. And what did we have today? As you can see, we gapped up, confirming the breakout, and you saw what happened today. So what we actually do want to see right now is a violent move down. We need this thing to come down very fast and take its behind excuse me, right below that level, because above, as long as it's still in that pattern, it's still going up, you're going to see stocks suffer. Again, just remember, guys, the Federal Reserve does not control the long end of the hill of the yield. Okay, it's the short end that they control. They do not control the long end. The short end meaning the 30 days, 60 days. Sure, if the Fed lower interest rate, that's going to impact you. You're going to see it. But the long end of the yield, that's the market. Now you're talking about mortgages. If you have mortgages, just because the Fed lower interest rate does not mean your mortgage interest rate is going to come down. All right, so that's one thing we have to understand the difference between all these things. We're going to go again on the IWM, that is the small cap ETF. This is why we review all these things so we have a better picture of what's going on. Remember when I told you guys this is way out, this is way out, and it's showing weakness? It looks like we're probably going to get back in. All right, we were at the top of that wedge. We're probably going to get back in, and look at what we did right there. I mean, we still have an inverted hammer, but still, that's not a bad drop. If you got in at around 265 on a put, that's some good return on that. And this is the biggest thing for me, and the thing that scares me the most is seeing the spike that we have in gold. Again, guys, anytime you see precious metals, gold, silver, platinum, and all these things, anytime you see these things going up, it's telling you one specific thing. These things going up, just letting you know people are trying to find other places that is a bit safer to put their money because they do not trust the stock market at the moment. All right, and let's face it, we can be honest with that. Most of the time, the people that's really putting a lot of money on gold, think of it this way: do you hold any gold stocks? Do you know a lot of people who own any gold stocks? No. The most likely that answer is no. All right. So most likely people they might hold Nvidia. They own some QQQs and Palantir and all these things and whatever. But the big money, that's the guys who own gold, the institutions, right? Now, what does that tell you? We don't have as much information as those guys. The information those guys have, we might find out about them 2, 3 days later. That's just reality. It doesn't. By the way, it doesn't mean specifically because they are cheating or there's anything nefarious going on. It just means that those companies have a research department. That's literally all that department does. They research, and to me, it's their job. While they don't rely just on the numbers the federal government is putting out, they have their own research department that's evaluating the economy, evaluating markets, industries, and all this kind of stuff. All right, so there are informations those guys have that we do not have. So therefore, when I see a lot of big money going into things like that, it starts making me wonder what exactly do they already know that we don't know. And a lot of time, what you see is you see things sort of like prepare themselves. Like, look at that. For example, right? What we can see here is gold made a move up, right? From all the way to here. And it did what? It did a bull flag. It did a bull flag, and then it just takes off. So this is how you're able to spot it. This is why I love candlestick patterns. Actually, I didn't. I was not showing the chart. This is what I was talking about. You can see gold moved up, right? Gold moved up. It did a bull flag, and then you can see how violent that breakout was. This thing is just out. Look at that. Just boom, exploded. So this is why I love candlestick pattern because it gives you an idea. It's not 100%, but it gives you an idea. I'm going to show you guys one stock I talked to you guys about. That's that when I was asking you what exactly are you seeing. You guys seen the you guys. I think you all got it. Saying you were seeing a bear flag. What happened to Apple? This is what happened, right? This is the bear flag, and you can see Apple has really given way. Now, the thing is, right now, Apple is currently at is whew, it's current. Oh my goodness, Apple is almost on its last leg. This is the major trend line. Apple is at a major trend line right now. That is just breaking down. We need, we desperately need that to hold. We needed to pop back in and push right back above that level. We need that desperately on Apple. If not, there's not much support. I mean, it found some support right at this level. You guys can see that right there. And again, for you guys that if you have not been here for a while and you just got on the chat, and you typically ask questions and things like that. Unfortunately, the live was not set up properly today. Therefore, we don't have any way to ask questions. But you can still subscribe, and you can still share the content, share the video with somebody else. All right. So that's what Apple is doing. We can take a look at one more thing. I believe we already went over the cues. Let's take a quick look at the futures market and see what the futures is doing, because currently futures are open. Futures are open right now. So let's see what we are doing. Let me delete that. Okay. It seems like we're having a little bounce on the futures market. Nothing big, just a little bounce. Is that bounce sustainable? I do not know. I don't know if that's sustainable or not, but we're just taking a look at it. Um, yeah, yeah, that does not look very good. That doesn't look very good at all. It just I'm just gonna be frank with you guys. As of right now, everything look gloomy. As of right now for the stock market. But when everything look gloomy, that's when opportunities show up. All right. The best opportunity is going to show up when everybody thinks everything's done. The stock market is going to collapse. We have a crash coming. It's going to be down 300%, 400%, blah, 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 and all this stuff. And then next thing you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, we have a crazy rally, and everybody all of a sudden start changing their tune and saying, "Hey, the stock market going to 8,000, S&P 500 going to 8,000, 6,000, yada yada, and all that kind of stuff." Now let me give you guys a quick look at the fear and greed index. These are all things that scares me a little bit. This is what I'm saying. Like, you guys, I don't have much um, good news for you guys, unfortunately, because again, you take a look at that. Once again, we're still at neutral, so we're not in fear or extreme fear, because some people start buying at fear or and extreme fear. That's when most people like to buy. So as of right now, again, we were in greed. Remember yesterday when I was telling you guys, see, this is how retail traders get caught off guard when we here and we're just looking at just getting complacent and whatever, so we're not really doing anything. So that's typically how we get those black swan events. We get caught off guard, we get complacent, we don't hedge, and then boom, they got us. The past few weeks, I was telling you guys, I don't see a big crash coming because we were still in fear, while the market was pretty much going sideways, and the market did not even move that much. It just moved up just a little bit, just went to maybe made a new high, but not a significant rise. And then we got completely out of fear to greed, not even neutral greed, which was a bit surprising to me, to be honest. I was looking, I'm like, well, that's a little surprising. Why we didn't move up that much? But that's what happens, and that's how you get those days like today. Now, last item on the menu. Remember yesterday, guys, when I told you guys I'm not really sure the Supreme Court is actually going to make a decision. Well, surprise, surprise, no decision. These guys just not making a decision. They just keep on going, just pushing things back further and further and further. It's always, I don't know, maybe they just going to put out a statement saying they're going to report it tomorrow, and every single day when they don't have to change anything, every single day their post will just say decision tomorrow. Don't put a date on it or nothing. So that way it's always tomorrow. you know, because as of right now, again, I understand why they are doing it. I think it would be bad news for the market either way. It would be great news for certain stocks, right? Those companies that already paid billions of dollars in tariffs, for them to get that money refunded would be great for them. But for the stock market, that means the government probably gonna have to print more money to pony up all that cash because they probably already spent all that cash. If not, they're going to have to do some sort of like tax deferral or tax credits and whatever. Therefore, then that means they would not be collecting those revenues, right? And if the Supreme Court comes out and say the tariffs are legal, now that means it is free reign for the executive branch to put whatever tariffs they want on whatever they want for however much they want. So nobody wants that. All right. So either way, for the stock market overall, either way is bad news. And I just don't think those guys really want to make a decision on it. We live in a country where everything leaks. Everything leaks. There's all on background. So and so say this is what's going to happen. Why is it nothing is leaking about that? Have you guys made a decision? Have you guys been thinking about making a decision? Like I don't understand. It's just like no matter what case those guys are working on, it doesn't or whatever it is when it comes to our government, a journalist is going to find out something because they have sources everywhere, right? But for whatever reason, seems like no one seems to know what exactly is the Supreme Court going to do. I think that's also including the Supreme Court. So that's why, to me, I'm going with those guys have no idea what they want to do. So they're going to keep on pushing things back and pushing things back until I don't know. Maybe they hope people get tired of it. I don't know. So we'll see how it is. But that's not unpredictable. I sort of thought that's what was going to happen because especially we already have bad news. Can you imagine them adding this on top of this bad news? Now, this is the last thing I'm going to tell you guys. And I follow the chart, right? I follow the chart. But if I see the Supreme Court says they're going to put out a decision, and I'm seeing stock rallying into said decision, rallying a lot. I'm going to get very scared, guys. I'm being honest with you guys. I'm going to get very, very scared and very, very careful if I see a big rally up, because to me that's going to seem like a trap. That's the way I'm look again. I don't we're not there yet, so I cannot analyze the chart and say this is what I'm seeing. But I'm just letting you guys know if that situation happened, that's just hypothetical. This is the way I'm going to sort of like read the situation. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it, guys. It's unfortunate you guys could not really participate and get engaged in the chat. I still do appreciate you guys being here with me, even though you cannot ask questions. And it's also unfortunate I cannot connect and speak with you guys. I've been really enjoying trying to educate you guys, even while I'm doing those reviews, and just talking and let you guys know, hey, you know what about this strategy and that strategy and so on. One thing I'm doing, if you are here again, you should see that video today. One thing I'm also doing, I'm gonna try to do as much as I can because it is a time consuming thing for me to be doing all those videos. I'm going to try as much as I can to give you guys more recap videos so I could show you exactly how I'm trading a small cap and things like that. Lately, it hasn't been any big, days, just been consistent base hits, but it's been consistent. All right, like today was an okay day, like 800 bucks was an okay day, just hit another base hit. But you know what? Base hit add up, and it's consistent. Consistency pays, man. If you're consistent, you don't see your P&L just go up, 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 and go down a cliff. What you get to see is your P&L just steadily rising. It's just steadily going, but it's going up. All right. Obviously, we do need some of those spikes sometimes. Every now and then, you get a few home runs, you get a few crazy days. But I would take those consistent days any day. That being said, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in once again. Um, as usual, every night it is the same time. Come hang out. Let's talk. Let's get into the chart. Let's talk stocks. Let's find ways to make money. Let's find ways to read the chart and get a better understanding. I'm here to provide you guys with as much information as I can. When you in the chat, except today, unfortunately, when you in the chat, make sure you let me know if you have any questions. If there's any questions you forgot, if you're watching this on replay, if you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comment section for me. All right, I'll try to get to those as much as I can, whether it's directly in the comments, as I've done to for a lot of you guys directly in the comments, or on the next video, I'll try to address them if I do remember. And if I forgot, in the next video, you here. I know you guys are gonna be here. So make sure you drop it in the chat again. Again, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Take care. Have a good night. Tomorrow, be careful. Get in, get green, get out. Stay green. Stay warm if you're in the East Coast. It's freezing cold outside. It's about 8 degrees. So I wish you guys the best. Take care and have a good night.